Hello, everybody, and welcome to Achievement Review with Anthony and Tommy from Indecisive Prophecy.
This is a new show we're doing where we review games, achievements, specifically games with gold and new games that come out.
Like these two new games that came out August 1st for games with gold, which are Forza Horizon 2 and Dead Space 3.
Let's start with Forza Horizon 2. Forza Horizon 2 is an open world racing game where you just race other people in championships to win medals and level up. So Forza Horizon 2 is a fairly simple game to complete. There's nothing particularly too hard, but it is a grind fest in the definition.
It's a lot of time you gotta take to complete this game.
Because there's 28 championships in each location, and then there's 6 championships, and then there's 4 races per championship, and it's a whole thing. It takes tons of time if you're trying to go for it. So if you're looking for a quick completion, this is definitely not a game you want to try out, but it is an easy one if you're really committed. Most of the achievements are cumulative by doing like so many races, do so many above blank. Some very easy achievements to get if you're just trying to do. There's some grindy ones though, like there's one to win like 50 team races, which that's just ridiculous. It takes forever because that's online, and then you do need to get like a bunch of online achievements.
You have to get a lot of collectibles where you smash boards with your car, or you have to find like certain barns that have old cars in them.
Then they also seem to have a common pattern of delisting Forza games once they go in games with gold. So if you're going to complete this game, make sure you do it fast and purchase all the DLC before they go away and do all the multiplayer. There are 2 DLCs for this game. There's one, Storm Island, which is $20, which is pretty pricey for a DLC for a game from like 2014. And that's also same stuff, cumulative, stuff like that. Nothing too hard. Alright, DLC. It's interesting for racing and stuff. And then the other one's the Porsche one, which is $10. Same stuff.
Yeah, so altogether DLC would be $30, but since they're delisting everything, if you don't already have the DLC, before they delist it, you can't buy it anymore.
Yeah, that's if they delist it. We don't know 100%, but it's most likely it's going to happen.
They did that with the past Forza games, so.
Yeah, so pretty much, all in all, an easy game. Kind of gets boring after the first few races, I'll be honest. So if you're looking to complete
it's still fun until like race 25, and then you're like, all right, this is just the same thing over and over again.
So if you're looking to complete a game, this probably isn't the best one to complete, but you could, I guess, get some gamer score in it if you're not too worried about completing it.
Next up, we have Dead Space 3. Dead Space 3 is an action survival third-person shooter where you play as Isaac Clarke and you shoot a bunch of aliens, and you can also play co-op.
You had to play through the game at least 4 different times because you had to play through it on normal to get the new difficulties, and you had to play it on classic, hardcore, and pure survival mode. And then that will equal 4 at least. That's not including collectibles, which there's a ton of collectibles.
There's like 270 something collectibles.
Hardcore mode means that you cannot die, and if you do die, it'll wipe your save data. Which the only way to really get around that is if on the 360 you can back up your save, but it won't work on the Xbox One because it's on the cloud. So that's going to be a pretty difficult one. Classic mode is probably the easiest one, where you just can only use classic weapons from the game. In pure survival mode, you have to craft everything, so there's nothing where you can pick up. There's online achievements, which it requires you to do co-op missions. I think there's 2 different online achievements where you have to do all the side co-op missions and then do a few other things. The rest of the achievements are pretty straightforward, just cumulative stuff like kill stuff. There are some missable ones, so depending if you want to get the game spoiled or not, you can look up the missable ones if you don't want to miss out on some of the achievements on your first playthrough.
Yeah, but you're also going to have to play through like 4 other times, so. And I believe there's also a chapter select that you could go back to, so.
Yeah, there is a chapter select. So it's a hard one. It will take a while. I feel like this one's probably more hard over grindy, where it's just difficult to get through it all. And then on top of all those achievements, there's the DLC, the Awaken DLC, which is $10. Has similar achievements, not the same achievements, completed on certain difficulties and stuff like that. That more gamer score on top of the original game.
It's definitely worth playing, though, especially if you play with a friend.
Definitely is worth playing co-op. I agree with you there. Though you might want to play the first few Dead Space games because you can get pretty lost with the story, depending on how much you care about it or not.
I didn't really care about the story. I just like playing.
Depends how much you care about it. So that's about it for the achievements. Seems it's a pretty hard game, but overall, I think you, the people, could do it if you really were dedicated enough.
Yeah, so Forza's grindy, Dead Space is hard. That's pretty much the gist of all of this.
Yeah, both of them aren't really good achievement games to go for.
But they're both fun games to play still, so.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun game, so check them out if you haven't. If you're into racing games and if you're into action survival games, definitely check them out. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you did enjoy this new episode series thing, but make sure you like it and tell us in the comments what games you liked about it and stuff like that. And subscribe for more stuff like this, and we will see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching.